Hi, HPLD users. I'm a librarian and I work in the marketing department for HPLD. And I wanted to give you some tips on searching in Vega, our new catalog. And first off, I just want to tell you this is not working quite the way we want it to. There are some significant bugs here that we're trying to work out. And basically, it's about getting our cataloged items to talk with this new system the way we want them to. We're not there yet, though. So what I want to do today is give you some tips that you can use. I want to preface this and say that searching is going to be a little bit more like problem solving than what we would like and that what most people are probably used to. And you always have the option to call the library or send us a message or come in or make a book a librarian appointment. If you're not finding something you want or need, and you're frustrated by the searching and you need help, let us know. Okay, we're happy to help. Here's the one other thing I'm going to tell you. If you're in our catalog, this is the Vega catalog, and you scroll all the way to the bottom, you can still use the classic catalog, Encore. This will work exactly the same way as it always has, and we have extended this so that it's going to work for a longer period. So I think it will be up until sometime in August. You know, and here's the debate, right? We didn't necessarily want to have to tell everyone that because the sooner we get used to using Vega, the better. But also, I know some of you just want to get your items and do that. You know, you're not using the library because you're excited about learning a new catalog, right? That's for us library nerds who went to library school. So that is still an option. And if you're just a busy person and you're like, forget it, I don't want to learn it, I'll just put it off for now, that option is available. Okay, so I'm going to just run through a couple quick tips. One of the most common things people search for, right, is probably picture books, like for their kids or for story times or whatever. So the easiest way to find picture books, it used to be you could search, Dinosaurs, and then just go over here and say like, oh, age group, and it would say easy reader or picture book or something like that. That's not available in this catalog right now. The easiest way to do it is to just say Dinosaurs and then add in quotes picture books. You can see that gives me 371 results, and they're pretty good, right? Pretty classic picture book kind of stuff. So with picture books, this is the way to go. Just add whatever your topic is, your taco pick is, and add picture books in quotes. That's probably going to get you where you need to go. Next, I'm going to show you a quirky thing. That's the nicest way I can say it. If I searched for hockey, let's say I'm looking for adult nonfiction on hockey. And so I come over here and I do nonfiction, and then I also do age group adult. I'm only going to get 5 books. And, I'd like to think that in the whole of HPLD, we have more than 5 nonfiction books related to hockey, especially because one of them is The World Beyond Your Head on Becoming an Individual in an Age of Distraction, which seems only vaguely related to hockey. I could be wrong. The better way to do this, the adult age group facet doesn't really work. And I could go into those complicated library nerd reasons, but here's what you want to do. If you're searching for adult materials, just type in the search your topic and then not juvenile. And that will give us a lot of results. We're going to go back to nonfiction again. And you can see now we get 78, which is a much more respectable number of items for us to have on the shelf. And you can also see like these are looking pretty good, right? Stanley Cup, goalies, etc. That's how you want to search for adult materials if you want to get rid of the kids stuff and just look for stuff for you, an adult. Here's the last one I'm going to show you. Now this is like a little bit more advanced and a little bit gray. And that's why I saved it for last, because if you're just not into that, don't worry about it. But if you are, here we go. I wanted to find Superman graphic novels, right? If I just type in Superman, I get a pretty decent number of items, but I can see a lot of movies and so on. So if I just went, oh, graphic novels are over here, I get 173. So I click that, and that gives me a pretty good set of graphic novels. Something you'll notice is missing here is stuff in Hoopla. In order to do that, I have to say ebooks and add that in. Now, the downside is that will add some things like this is an ebook in Hoopla that's just a print book. You know what I mean? It's not a graphic novel. It's a well-written, wonderful print book. But you can see here now I've got All-Star Superman and Hoopla and so on. Sometimes, too, it can work to not use these and instead use graphic novels up here, just like we did with picture books. That gives me 332. I can also use graphic novels in quotes, and that gives me 265, and probably the best result. And this you can see too brought up a lot of kids stuff, right, that we weren't seeing before. One last thing with kids stuff. If you're going to limit by these kids age groups, it seems to work best if you select all of the age groups that could apply. So you would think Juvenile 0 to 15 would cover everybody from 0 to 15, so it would include preteen, but it doesn't always seem to be working that way. So if I select all three of these, that gives me a little bit better result in terms of giving me all the kids stuff. Or again, you could do Superman, not Juvenile, and I'm getting Blu-rays, but I could do graphic novels, Superman, not Juvenile, and I'm probably getting pretty close. So here's the thing, right? That's several different searches. It's not the easiest thing to do, but I think the point here is I'm trying to show you that there are a few different factors you can play with if you're so inclined. You've got these facets over here. If that's not working for you, you might try a facet that maybe you weren't necessarily expecting, like ebooks. If that's not working, you might try putting whatever you would have selected as a facet in the search bar. If the age groups aren't working, you might just say not something else. And that Boolean logic is available to you. So and, not, or, all those things are available to you. And just to kind of show you, yeah, this is complicated and we're still working it out. And I apologize on behalf of High Plains Library District that this isn't working better. And we want to make it work better. We want to make it convenient. We want to make it so that what you type in the bar, it gives you what you're looking for. And we're not there at the moment, but we are genuinely working to get there and working very hard and making it better and better. It's my sincere hope that very soon this whole video is dated and unnecessary and I can just delete it and forget it ever happened. But until that time, here's some help. And one last pitch for if you're having trouble, you can call us 888-861-7323. You can send us a message online, mylibrary.us/contact. You can start a live chat with someone in our virtual library or call them. You can always come into the library and get help that way. You can make a book a librarian appointment if you want to get more help just learning to search in general so you can fly on your own a little bit more. And for now, the classic catalog is still available. So if you prefer to use that, it is an option.